Video blog 16, Respect for the Fairies. A fairy is a mythical being or legendary creature found in European folklore and cultures. European folklore describes fairies as beautiful and graceful, as well as hideous, spiteful, and temperamental. In modern times, the common ones are described as feminine-looking with butterfly wings. These nature spirits are protective of the planet, and animals. Are fairies real? Well, many countries have places where fairies live, including Ireland, Iceland, Norway, and Scotland. People will travel from all over the world to visit these places in hopes of encountering a fairy. The fairies are not visible to most people for their own protection. However, there are stories and photos about people capturing a glimpse of the fairies. I have found that some younger children will talk about the fairies that they see and interact with them. As they grow up, many of them will lose their belief in fairies and they will lose their connection to them. I personally love chatting with young children that are having experiences with fairies because they share some of the most amazing stories. I do believe in fairies and have had several experiences with them. We have numerous fairy houses and doors placed throughout the center, and the fairies live among us there. They exist in another dimension of time that is integrated with our current timeline. Some of my team members have also had experiences with the fairies at our center. We have over 35 plus fairies that live here, and they all have their own personalities and characteristics. So let's talk about fairy energy. If you're unable to see the fairies, you may feel their energies. Fairies are playful and they love shiny tokens. They will move your keys, jewelries, and coins around the space. Since fairies are moving in and out of dimensional timelines, you may think that you've totally lost your shiny items and they will reappear later in the same place that you left them. The energies of the fairies can be quite playful. They believe that humans take their lives too seriously. Fairies do not understand why you do not take more time to play and laugh and dance. These energies are healing, energizing, and grounding. We live longer when we make more time for play in our lives. So why do we take life so seriously? Your pets will notice and interact with your fairies. They can see the fairies, and you may notice that they're chasing or swatting at something invisible. These moments are typically indications that your fairies are in your space. So creating a home. Bring in your inner child healing and play by creating a fairy garden outside or by bringing fairy doors and houses into your home. When setting up a space for the fairies, create an area that's stable, safe, and secure for them. These spaces should be a place where the houses and doors are not going to be moved, a place that's hidden from most of the traffic coming into the space, a place where you can safely leave treats and offerings that will not be disturbed, a place near the floor, on the ground, or even on a shelf. Be open to connecting to the fairies in your space. Sometimes individuals enjoy talking to them throughout the day. You can also request assistance and help from your fairies. So now let's talk about fairy offerings. In the English folklore of Vialet Rayne, the boy rescues a brownie. A brownie is another type of fairy. The brownie says that he will reward the boy for rescuing him, but he must never thank him. Many writers will state that you must never thank the fairies because it's poor etiquette. Your fairies will bless you in your home when you bless them. A blessing is different from gratitude. I enjoy leaving offerings for the fairies. If your fairy village is outside, you may leave fresh fruit in season. The fairies love strawberries, blackberries, and blueberries, etc. They also seem to have a sweet tooth, so I recommend leaving Skittles, jelly beans, or small fruit candies. Your fairies will also enjoy dry flower, herbs, many seashells, crystal chips, and feathers. These items are part of nature, so they will not bring harm to the planet or environment. They love shiny pieces of jewelry too, so you can leave small charms for them as a gift or a blessing. If you have pets and your fairy placement is in the home, you'll need to leave offerings in places that will not be disturbed by the pets. You will have to consider how safe the offering is for pets in case they snatch it themselves. Steward of the planet. The fairies are very protective of the planet. They expect you to recycle and protect the environment you live in. So do you recycle? Do you make adjustments to reduce your footprint on the planet? At the center, we've elected to reduce the paper waste on the planet. We use washable glasses and cups and dishes as much as possible. We stopped using paper bags for purchases and encourage shoppers to bring in a reusable bag. We do not print receipts and we email them to the customers. We have cloth tablecloths in our classrooms. What are some of the things that you do to protect the planet? When you're going to the mountains, hiking in nature, visiting the beach, hanging out near a stream, keep in mind that you're in nature's home. There are many living creatures that live in this space, including the fairies. You should never take something from a sacred place that doesn't belong to you. This is their home, and you would not like it if someone took something from yours. If you're considering taking a branch or rock, you must ask permission. It is important that you leave something for the item that you're taking. When I visit the beach, I always take dry herbs and crystals to leave behind. This is my offering to the land and living creatures for allowing me the time at the beach. They're sharing their beautiful space with you. The fairies create fairy rings and circles in nature, and these are sacred sites for the fairies. Do not step into a ring. If you see these in nature, be respectful and walk around them. You may leave an offering or a treasure for them outside of the ring. When you honor and respect the fairies, they will honor and respect you. If you're interested in experiencing some of the fairy energy and magic, check out our magical fairy play shops and holiday fairy play shops that we offer at the center. You can bring friends and family, and we have such a magical time during these play shops.